Hey, it's Tom Zeeb with Traction Real Estate Mentors. And in this quick video, I want to teach you my negotiating trifecta. That's the three main things to get any negotiation open and rolling and move that price in the right direction. Keep it rolling and stay tuned. So my negotiation trifecta are the three main things that I do, the three techniques out of my negotiation system that I use at the beginning of pretty much every negotiation to get the price of a house moving in the right direction. Here they are. Ready? There's three of them. The first one, I flinch. Now what's a flinch? Here's a flinch. Anytime anyone says any number to you whatsoever, I want you to act like you were physically assaulted by that number. So anytime anybody says any number to you, act like you were physically assaulted by that number. So here, for example, I know it's a video, but say a number. Ah, that's a lot of money. Say another number. Ooh, I don't know. We're going to have to do better than that. Now, think about how you felt when I flinched at your number. I know it's on video, but you felt a certain way when you said a number and I flinched at you. How did you feel? Right. The number one most predictable thought that people have is that, ooh, that number wasn't right. That number was probably too high and the number needs to be moving down in the right direction. That is a hyper predictable response that most people have when someone flinches at their number. So if each and every time you ask a motivated seller, how much are you asking for the property? And they give you a number and you flinch, you're subconsciously putting that thought in their head by the simple act of flinching. So that's how flinching works. And that's part one of my negotiation trifecta to getting the numbers moving in the right direction. Now, the second part is interesting. The second technique is called bracketing. And what bracketing is you have a target price that you're after in a negotiation. And then when you ask them how much they're asking for the property, they're up here. So what bracketing means is I want your starting offer to be about equidistant below your target price as they are above your target price. Let me say that again. I want your starting offer to be about equidistant below your target price as they are above your target price. Let me put some numbers on that to help it make sense. If, let's say, your target price in negotiation is $150,000, you know that if you lock up this property for $150,000, you can sell it for a profit. You can wholesale that contract, like I teach you to do, for a profit. So let's say 150 is the target. If you ask them, hey, how much are you asking for the property? And they say 200,000, that's their starting offer, that's their opening number. What does our starting offer need to be, right? They're at 150, we want a target of 150, they're at 200, so we need to be at 100. Got it? That's a bracket. They're $50,000 higher than our target price, so we need to start $50,000 lower because we want to be equidistant below as they are above what our target offer is. Does that make sense? But here's the thing. I would never offer $100,000 in that scenario because of part three of the negotiating trifecta, and that's specific numbers. I wouldn't offer $100,000 even, but I would offer $101,579. Now think about that for a minute. If someone offers you that hyper-specific of number, they offer you $101,579, you're thinking, how on earth did they come up with that number? What does that number mean? Why so exact? When you learn to not make an even numbered offer, but simply choose something hyper-specific, your number, your offer, comes across so much more credible than it would otherwise. That's the major difference. And it's as simple as just making up a crazy number. Look, I use 579. All my offers end in 579. But those are my starting offers, not my final offer, not my final number. I don't want my contracts ending in 579 because that means they jumped at the first offer, which means I left money on the table. So I always want to use a specific number as my starting offer. I'm implying flexibility so that they come up. It's not the 579 themselves that is what works. It's the fact that it's a hyper-specific number. So whatever, you want to use 321 or 687, whatever you want. the numbers are fine. But what I want you to use is something hyper specific. So never 100,000, but 101,579. Never 200,000, but 201,579. Never 150,000, but 151,579. Get it? That hyper specificity works because people think you scientifically calculated the number. They think you put an enormous amount of time and effort into thinking of exactly what that number needs to be. And so they think there's more thought behind it. Therefore, they take your offer and you more seriously. And that is what you are after. Got it? So that is my negotiation trifecta. You start with flinching at their number to make them realize that they need to do better than that. You bracket, because we tend to meet in the middle in life. Things want to move towards the middle. So knowing that we're moving towards the middle anyway, you start equidistant below as they are high, and you move towards the middle, which is your target price. And rather than have your opening offer be something even, you use part 3, which is having a hyper specific number. That way people take your offer extra serious. They take it so much more serious than they would have otherwise. So that is my negotiation trifecta. Use it, love it, learn it, live it. Trust me, these are the top 3 things that I use pretty much every time I'm talking to a motivated seller to get that conversation rolling, to get the ball started, to start moving the price in the right direction so that I can then turn it into an awesome deal. Remember, great deals are not found, great deals are made. You find lukewarm leads, but you turn them into red hot deals by learning to become an awesome negotiator. It's through that process of making the deal that you make it into a deal. And so you have to become a great negotiator. Start with these 3 things and watch what happens. You're very capable of implementing those right now. So go forth and do it. If you like this video, go ahead and share it with others and click like below, because I'd love to meet more great people just like you. For now, it's Tom Zeeb for Traction Real Estate Mentors. See you later.